Hello everyone and welcome back to Plutocracy, where for the new series I'm actually starting on a different screen, the main menu, because whilst normally we would go into here and create a mahogany and customize it all and make it nice and hard, instead today we're going for this one, where of the 5 chapters, I think that's Forge, Vanderbilt. Here we have Rockefeller. The first of them is defined as easy, and this is what our next series is going to be on. It sets hard objectives, as you can see here, and all in all, it's just a different style of play that I've not played yet. Hopefully, 1, 2, and 3 will come out soon. Maybe all the way up to 5. I don't know where they're at in these. But without further ado, let's get in. In 1870, John Davison Rockefeller founded the Standard Oil Company and ran it until his official retirement in 1897. During this time, Rockefeller achieved significant success. Standard Oil controlled up to 95% of all oil refining in the United States. Follow the path of the first American billionaire, and you may even be able to surpass him. So our challenge, our objectives, are to reach a fortune of 1 billion by 1897, control 80% of oil production before that time, and the federal law on the restriction of the activities of monopolies should be repealed by 1897 as well. So without further ado, here we go. Let's get into it. And whilst this game loads, I'm just going to quickly have a drink. So I assume, because it's not like our base games, there will not be an opponent. Tutorials I don't need. Yep, no opponent. And here we are. John Stonefaller. Sure, I assume they can't use his actual name. We have an income, which means we must have some shares. And I mean, that also suggests we have some shares. We're run-of-the-mill, average fella, based here in Pennsylvania, where I was hoping we'd have an office, but we don't. We do have a company, Normal Oil. There! Guys. There is a company called Magnus Oil, which we already know I'm going to buy. But in the meantime, let's look at our company. 500k in reserves. Work plan. Just bump that up. Out of interest, how much did that go up by? 70 to 145. So, yeah, essentially double. And let's bump that up. So we are below 5% strike risk. The CEO, I wonder if he is our friend. Workers, max percent. And I'll put that up to literally 10% because I feel like it is a sensible amount. Let's bring in a 5-star CEO. Like this gent. Ooh, which one? They're very expensive. How much is the current guy's salary? Nowhere near that expensive. Okay, let's think long and hard. This guy here. Oh no, the salaries are all actually very low. So we'll go in and we will bring in unemployed, 28. These guys are the ones I want. 38k or 28.8. Let's bring in the 28.8. Yeah, 28.8k. Andrew Ross, bring him in. And he shall now run our company because he is better. We will do that one because it's nice and cheap. And I've suddenly lost money. Maintenance, apparently. And I'll just lower income. That's fine. I assume. Yeah, that absolutely died when he came in. I'm slightly worried by that. Why did the income drop? Production volume has fallen drastically. And production volume has fallen... I don't know why. Production volume, productivity. If I moved him, say, there, I mean, it wouldn't be that much better. That's 40. That's 19. So there is the most logical place currently. Just so I'm at least making a bit of money. But in the meantime, I think we find the most I'm going to be careful. I want oil production, and I want the most profitable oil production company. Which, no, I'm not going all the way to California. There is an over 7%er up the road in there, or we can go down there. Let's head to Kentucky for the first actual purchase and negotiation of the episode. Of the series, in fact. And we're going to go in to, not Gonzalez, because no one here is willing to talk to us, but to Bell Inc., where this man is willing to talk to us and sell us a very pitiful amount of the company. But, I mean, he has been incredibly reasonable, Brian Harris. Clearly he's heard of the great Rockefeller. Just agree. It's not great money, but it gives us an actual income. Let's bump that all the way up. And look at that. Increase it again. And with that, we will just speed up the game. So, whilst, I've played a lot of the base game, I do like the challenge presented by one of these. The actual challenges. Yes, the first one is defined as an easy one, and let's face it, it probably will be an easy one. But I don't mind that. I do want to go back over here now, because one thing I did realise by not being based here, I can't control my own company's expansions, which I still want to focus on. 200k. Eventually that's going to start causing problems, but he can jump around now. Make sure we're getting as much as we can. And in terms of normal oil, it should be mahogany oil. No actual logical reason for that one. Standard oil was his actual one. But standard oil is not what we're interested in. I might, though, go in here and just focus on buying up here. Both of them will be run reasonable, which isn't great, but he is really willing to come miles. But I mean, I could compromise, but that's about as good an offer as we could get. And we'll just speed up the game. We're not outbidding anyone. See, this is what I don't get. I lose reputation because I'm not willing to bid against him. No. That is not how this game should work. Oh, I can't do both. That's sad. Let's do this one because it's reliable. Let's see. Yeah, do that one. Split it up. Bam. Good, good. Oh, another one up at the top. Let's hope that the turn will roll over. And we'll have enough. No. But we did develop a technology. Oh. Yes, we do. That one and that one, please. I just need to keep on pumping that up, because that'll keep on pumping up income, and good stuff will happen. We started with some books. So we've started with lower taxes. We've started with negotiation boosts, including this one, and increasing the number of rounds. That's actually incredible to note. In the meantime, we've done some expansions. He's a great CEO, so I'm not even that annoyed. Let's go in and continue the process of negotiating with these people. For, a large amount this time. Isaiah Roberts has also been incredibly reasonable. Maybe I just need to take control of this entire company. Merge it in. Markness Inc. Sadly, I don't see it lasting a long time. But, you know, it could. I'm not a evil man. Also, we have 29 years to do what we need to. Yeah, he can do whatever he wants. Which will increase company development. I would rather he liked me more. Changes the developing technology. Yeah, that's fine. He can do whatever he wants in safety, I guess. This will continue being the most profitable, which is glorious. In terms of it, we're pittance. People will not notice us unless we make people notice us. So he's gone up here, which lowers accident rates, which I'm not against. But I'd have rather, you know, other things. No really low stuff there, sadly. I do wonder, is it better to expand the company or get the money in dividends myself? I'm starting to lean towards get it in dividends myself. Because if I get it in dividends, I can spend it on more companies. If I spend it on other companies, I get more money. Which means I can buy out more people, which means I can make more money, and then I can lower... This guy is... I just love him. So much. I've almost started the process of completely buying him out of this company. I'm over 1% now, so he's slowly dropping towards us. Do I increase it any further than 20%? That is the question. It feels like a waste to not be able to do both, but I can't. So this one will have to do. Again, money goes up. Glorious money goes up. And we continue doing some of these really odd ones, but they are making the company better. He's going to spend his time up there, which is fine. And I've just considered something that I've never figured out in this game. When they reach the end of this bar, does that mean it upgrades overall? That's my new wondering. Oh, that could be quite something if that's how it works. Let's continue with this guy. I can actually achieve his ambition this time. So this time he's going to be like here. No. No, Isaiah. You've been nice all the other times. Stay being nice. Oh, that was a very close one. And there we go. Buying 2 point whatever %. And we've done 5 negotiations. And we get the loyalty. Do I want loyalty? Yeah, let's take the loyalty. I'm not a very... Oh no, I've got max reputation, so we're good. And I want to go in and lower... Oh, I could lower salaries. But let's go in for trading. Because I want people to give me better deals. And we'll go back to Mahogany Oil and just keep an eye on this. And making sure... Ooh, I don't like that. That is just better currently. If I accompany the expansion and fail, it's all of our expansion money. This one is at least only 89,000. So let's wait for these. I want it to be at the lower end. If they don't drop, then we leave the money in the reserves. That doesn't bother me. But ones like that are what we're looking for. This one is actually for 6 people. But I'm not going to do it. That's for 5 people. Yeah, none of these have been worth it. But that's okay. The start of this game is going to be a very slow one. Slow burn, but it will be a good burn, probably. this guy wants to sell for a lot of money. Let's finish buying out our friend Isaiah, because less stakeholders does tend to be better. And there we go, look at him. He's come to a very fair level. And now he's come to an even fairer level. So, compromise one more time. Let's see if we can get him all the way down. Come on, Isaiah. No, okay. Buy all of them. And voila. 3% in this company now. Next up, probably this guy, but kind of want to be able to buy all of them at the same time, because otherwise I'm not completing his ambition. Okay, he has been really nice. But no, I'm excited at the premise of only buying into one type of company. I think that is a really fascinating idea, because I'm just going to buy into the oil productions, as that's the objective of the game. But like, there are certain companies already in the world which will have 10% potentially, and the ones that have 10% are let's go to our company. 10%ers, well, what I was thinking about, wasn't it? USA 13. Yeah, there's really 4, 9 and above, and then there's so many minimum ones, which is why spending the money here is so important, because increasing the size of this company is great for us. I could put more money into research. It costs me 10k. Though I'm feeling like it's worth it, because each one buffs up him, means he can do whatever he wants. I can do that, sure, and then I can go in again to. How is it still the most? Oh, wait, no, Magnus is now the most profitable. Okay, so let's do a deal with this guy in a couple of days and get as many shares as we can off him. Now, if you do it via the ambition, very early on when I was playing this game, I thought, you had to do it through the ambition, because that's what the ambition is there for. No, if you do it like this, they will still be very reasonable, and it still classifies as doing the right deal. So always, my advice, always do it via this where possible. I will take collector. Because if you do it via this screen, people are a lot more lenient, and people just give you better deals. Do it through the ambition, you'll always be paying the excess that they want you to pay. 1%, 3% is a lot better. Yeah, so where possible, always do it. We'll discuss a new salary with him, I think, because I want him to be loyal, really. So there we go. I was going to say very reasonable. It's not the most reasonable, but I'm happy to give him more money if it means that we get better opportunities. Let's just fly through these. How much do I have in reserves? 600,000. I want some nice and cheap ones. These ones are just considerably more expensive than that one. Really want it below the halfway line. And that one. Do both them. At some point I will just set it to do its own expansions. Absolutely. Today is not that day. Today I do it. And he's jumped around. Nice. I have faith in him, is what I'm currently saying. I'm sure that will backfire. But let's see what I can do. Let's see if this will let the Rockefeller Center be built. For someone who starts in Pennsylvania and does so much in Pennsylvania, it is slightly odd to me that the Rockefeller Center and everything like that is in New York. It somewhat makes sense as America, but I feel like you should want to help your hometown. Just my personal preference. I feel like, and I'm sure he did a lot in Pennsylvania, and if you guys know what he did, please do let me know, because I'm always interested to learn. But for those of you that don't know, the Rockefeller Center is the massive place with the Christmas tree and ice rink in Home Alone 2. And, yeah, so where Kevin, and forgive me, but Home Alone, best Christmas movies of all time. When Kevin's run away and he is trying to lure them to his uncle's house so he can... Again, Home Alone 2, quite creepy story. He finds out someone's committing a crime and just wants to punish them, pretty much. But if we don't use that as a basis, he goes in and does... He gets them to chase him, and just because they were breaking into a toy store. Poor business management, leaving all of the money available in the toy store at Christmas night, which is probably your most profitable day. Sorry, anyway. So yeah, where that massive Christmas tree is, that's the Rockefeller Center. And that was built or named after by this guy. The first very successful businessman in American history, arguably. I'm just buying out a few more. This isn't actually a very profitable dealing for me, because the shares are just not, the dividends are just not worth it. I could make them more worth it, though, by dropping research and stuff, but currently, it's just about taking control. Let's just insist on price. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. If not, it's not. See, I told you. Just, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. So yeah, it's taken like 20 turns to be able to buy out these people, but research is high. If we up the work plan, they should all back it, looking at those great. 2 people didn't. Odd. Got max workers. Can't do expansions because we're not in charge, but do you know where we can do expansion? We can't. Oh, no, we can do some here, but I need them to be more value for money than that. Like that one. We are really making some good expansions here. That is just a great piece of business. And I'm sad that I couldn't do those. But in terms of it, we started with a £2 million company. And so far, it is now at 13.6 million. If I wanted to, I could bump this all the way up. And make almost $1 million every quarter. But it is not yet time for that. When it is, I will, but now is just the time for expansion. And that one I think is the better deal. My diplomacy is up to 4. Markness Oil. Let's finish buying out Seth, who wants to sell all of his shares now, which is fantastic for us, because it means we can make him loyal or we can gain something. Just agree. That's less than 10. That's the first... Ooh, a collector. I think I'll make him loyal. Having more and more loyal people is never a bad thing. Okay, with the Restus money, I want to build that. Because it gives me the power to leave the state if I want to. But more importantly, now I can go to places like this, where a striker started on March the 23rd. March the 23rd was there. Odd. Do I buy? I'm trying to figure out whether I think this strike will end before or after the quarter. And because of that, I might run it at speed 1. The strike isn't over. We've got halfway. I think I hold out. If on the day before the end of the quarter, the strike is not finished, I'm going to go in for 1 round of full dividends. Or not full, let's put it up to like 80, which is normally what I'd leave it on anyway. We need all of this money, so we can... Effectiveness? Yeah, do that. So we can hopefully buy a large amount of that. Are you kidding me? I'm leaving it. I'm buying a lot of the company either way. So, which leaves a completely different question. Profitability. Least profitable are in New York. So let's head up to the place with our center. And they're just not profitable because they're bad? Huh. That's quite something. I was assuming that they would be striking. But clearly not. So let's quickly buy that. Can I just see everywhere that does oil production? Let's get an office in as many of them as possible. Buy one there. Move to West Virginia so we remember we're buying one here next. And let's go to the stock market. There is none of them currently striking. This is still down, though. I would have expected it to bump up, but clearly not. No one striking? No one? No one? No one striking at the end of the month. We'll buy in. Okay, let's go and buy in. Pennsylvania. Ooh. Club Oil. Club Oil had an incident on the 12th of August. It's not doing great, but an incident is not enough. Company type. I just want oil production. Thank you. And we'll continue buying into one of these. Profitability, it is growing, but I do think Magnus Oil remains where I want to get all of my shares. So we will try and buy from Louis Campbell. Let's compromise. If he doesn't come below that, it is just bad. I'm willing to accept it, I think. Because it makes us a larger shareholder. Bump that up again. I don't like the fact two people vote against it, but not much I can do. And we go into mahogany oil, and let's drop this back down to... Let's leave it 40%. Because some expansions need to be done. Really, normally you would want to make sure the expansions finish just before. I'm gonna have to bribe, I think. It costs 5. No, I don't mind staff turnover being 2 times higher, I guess. Yeah, staff turnover, that's fine. It's not the end of the world. It allows us to hold our head high. So, don't mind. I hire, and I'm sure John Rockefeller as well, hired all kinds of people. Because in the end of the day, it's about being a business success. Oh, Kentucky. Okay. So that's all the oil production in sort of this part. I now have offices in, apart from Kentucky. But I'm in Kentucky. So they start on the 10th. So let's go to day. Oh, that's pretty good. If they might just buy it there. How much do I actually get? Infaloo, where are you? I get it. It's one of my pet peeves. I wish that you could click on it and figure out where it is state-wise. You're here. Do I think I can get someone to go lower? Potentially. I want all of your shares. And I'm just going to quickly go through and see if anyone's going to give me a better price. because a striking company is always a great place to start compromise. Just let's sign it. He's given them to us for 65. Like, that might not make us a lot of money, but it will be phenomenal. Like, the moment the strike ends, it will be worth more money. We just need the strike to end, which isn't looking too likely. But I'm going to do a bit of company expansion. And let's think. Staff turnover, nothing I can do about that for a while. He is doing great stuff for productivity. And we're slowly growing, but Club Oil, still arguably the most significant in this state. So let's end the episode here. I hope you guys are looking forward to this series. As you can see, we're already over 3 years into save. And we are getting there. I mean, the first part is not the challenge. A fortune of 1 billion, I don't think will be the challenge. This is the challenge, the 80% of the oil industry. And if we have time, I want to go all the way up to 95%, because that's what they said he had. So if you're excited for this series, please let me know in the comments. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and I will see you all in the next episode. Thank you, and goodbye.